You're listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
Goof On Radio.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Goof On Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You're listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
All right, oh no. Welcome to Goof On, everybody. I know you're not going to believe it if I told you, but I'm going to tell you. It is... What's today? Thursday. It is. It is Thursday, November 16th, 2023. It is an hour after showtime officially. Well, I mean, I've got proof. I fell asleep in the afternoon. My phone died on me, and I'm charging it now just to prove. I mean, it's right here. I'm charging it. Look, I'll even show you the number. Look, 1%. I'm a 1%er. I mean, the alarm is here to wake me up here. And I fell asleep. And I could have sworn I charged that phone. I could have sworn it was at, it wasn't. It was at, it was like 15%. I remember getting the warning. So now I'm turning it on officially. And I'm waiting for the background to go through. It hasn't yet. But I expect we're going to have a good show. Yeah. No, not now. Not now. Now we're just going to have a show. There goes the T-Mobile music. I didn't even have my edibles. I didn't even have lunch or dinner. Slept past everything, man. I don't know how I did it this time. I don't even know what time it was when I fell asleep. It had to be like 3 o'clock again. 3 o'clock, something's going on with that 3 o'clock in the afternoon witching hour or something that's having an effect on me. Or I'm just, sleeping at 3 in the afternoon, like I have been for the last year. This background's taking forever. I need a drink. This whole town's falling apart. Something's got to give. Celebrities who could be aliens. That's right. Oprah, of all people. Oprah? An alien? Yeah, that's not a lie, actually. How about, I know I just grabbed a shirt and I would have never worn this one with the turned up collars. Why do they make shirts that do this? I'm definitely not wearing this. I mean, this has got to go. As soon as that background comes in, we'll do roll call and we'll get the shindig go. I don't know what's taking so long. It's been almost 2 minutes. It says check your internet connection. Like, how do you do a live stream at how many terabytes a second and it can't put a picture in the background? Are you kidding me? That is absolutely no energy at all for a computer. Matter of fact, why? How could I even be doing a live stream if it can't put a picture up? Let everybody know we're here, huh? Everybody, tell everybody we're here. Tell the whole world. So me and Amy are working on something. We're going to have a show. We're going to put together. I'm not going to tell you. Maybe she will, but I won't. We have a nice surprise probably next week. I think you folks you're going to like it. Yeah. Amy and I are going to do a show, but I'm not going to tell you what it's going to entail because it's going to be bigger than just me and Amy at Alien Girl. That's right. The AG111 star child, Amy. Hold on. Amy in the morning, G at night. Love in the afternoon's all right. Ain't a man on earth not can stay alive without a Remember that? Sex in the morning, sex at night. Sex in the afternoon's all right. Ain't a man on earth can't stay alive without a sex drive. Remember that? Come on, we got 69 people here. 69. That's it. When we get to 100, we'll start. But until then, Corbell, I know you see the thumbnail before the show started and it says Corbell has a video of the birth of Jesus. He could sell that. That's the world we're living in, where that comment alone can be the truth because Corbell said so. He's got the birth of Jesus Christ. They would believe it. They would believe it. How? How do you have the birth of Jesus? There were no cameras. 200 years ago, there was no camera. You're going to go back 2,000 years? There had no cameras back then. What the hell is that? It's the birth of Jesus. Holy crap, where'd you get that? Did you ever hear of George? George Knapp? Come on. George the animal. What's going on with this background? Are you kidding me? I'm going to do one more try. If it doesn't go through, somebody's going to die. And it is going to be me. I can't believe it. I'm just trying to put a picture up in the background. It doesn't make sense. Yeah, and I can't even do roll call because maybe you can see it in the reflection. Shit, the phone. Still charging for a while. I got it on the fast charger. It'll take about an hour, 45 minutes maybe. But let me see here. Let me log into the phone. Beep, 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 beep. We're just waiting for everybody to roll in. Hope you're having a good week. Hey, come on with this background bullshit. This is so stupid. Hold on. It's not raining anymore. Oh, maybe it is. It's supposed to rain right now. No, that's from... Oh, hold on. Yep, here's some texts from people. Who texted me? What? Hold on, everything's coming in. Whoa. Where is everybody? 69. That's not good enough. I got to see at least 85 people. It's my fault. I know. Well, as soon as this thing gets through processing, I'm going to give 10 seconds and then I'm going to do roll call. I can't wait anymore. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Egg. All right, we're going to do a little roll call. Get this shindig on the road. Jay Burke is here. Welcome to the show. What is this? I don't trust anyone from the intelligence community or associated with people from the intelligence community. That goes all the way from the big old Travis Taylor, Chris Mullen, Lou Elzana, George Knapp. Me too. Welcome to the show. YOY Fools. Welcome to the show. Jeanette. Aw, you're still here. Thanks for waiting. Welcome to the show. The Angel. Murder Hornet. Welcome to the show. Jeanette's been a member for 10 months. 10 months! Welcome to the show. Member of Truthology for Ufology. Much love from the Angel of Goofon. Thank you, Jeanette. Bob Birkins, because 2 B's are better than 1. Welcome to the show. Thor Panku. Welcome to the show. Audrey. Welcome to the show. Catherine C. How you doing, Catherine? Good to see you. I know, I barely made it here. This happens once in a while. Look at this shirt. I mean, this isn't me. We gotta change this shirt. This is just, I don't know why. I wasn't gonna wear this if I knew this was gonna happen. Yes, that's right. We're that vain in ufology. Marcel Nunn, welcome to the show. Paula Faust, welcome to the show with the New York accent. Blue Eyes. Blue Eyes. Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle. Look who it is. It's Blue Eyes. Good to see you, by the way. Bob Birkins. Oh, I already did. Andrea Coran, everybody. Hi, Andrea. Welcome to the show. Nice to see you. Moody Mongol, everybody. Bob Birkins, did you say you imagine Lou and Corbell did not exist? I was just saying Kirkpatrick has probably stated that. Yeah, true. Alfie Joe Bob, hi, welcome to the show. David Roke. I'm probably saying that wrong. It's probably Rock. Yeah, true. You're here almost every day, if I could recall. And I do see you, David, and Vman. Always, your messages always seem to be close to each other. I know. I'm just saying. Sometimes I notice that with some people, like Dorothy, for example. Dorothy and Diane, always right next to each other because they're talking. Well, all right. Welcome to the show, Dorothy. Good to see you. Saul Wilshire. How you doing, Saul? I think you're new here. Better late than never. That's the mantra I'm living by. Sad, isn't it? And it wasn't, well, I take full responsibility. The phone died because I fell asleep and didn't charge it. And I remember saying, 25%. It's 3 hours. Must have been around 3:30 when I said that. Hey, I already did Blue Eyes. Already said. Hello. Jay Burke says, as far as the UFO retrieval program, for me, it's almost unconscionable to think these objects would travel light years through interstellar space or dimensions only to crash or be shot down to Earth. Correct. It's a silly, silly concept, isn't it? Like, who would believe that? We can fly through dimensions, possibly. We can fly through different realities, go through tons of stardust and things that could crack our ship. We not only go light speed, we go faster than light speed. We go at the speed of, anybody? Thought. I know. The speed of thought is faster than anything else. See? I just went to the edge of the universe and back. You didn't even know it. That's the speed of thought. Meanwhile, on the other side of the galaxy in the Milky Way, I'm talking to Ramschott. Remember Ramschott? Ramschott thinks that their Earth is bigger than our Earth. And I said, nah, they're identical. Ramschott and Schitschgott. Remember those two? The brothers and... yeah. Whatever happened to the brothers? They live on an island somewhere. I don't know. It's in the middle of, what do they call it? The Pacific Ocean? Who am I talking about? Nobody? Terry Marwood, welcome to the show. I don't know. Sky Allen, everybody. All right, we got it. Welcome to the show. Beats and tapes. There we go. Now we can start. We've been waiting for you over an hour. Joking. Of course. It was only 35 minutes. All right. Hey, whoa. We have rules in this. No all caps here, mister. Nobody all caps, only the host. You all cap, you almost put yourself out of the running for that message to be read with all caps. I'll ignore all caps. Do this. You think you're going to get my attention that way? Welcome to the show. He says, no, not interested. Too long. No, I'm kidding. I'm here. I bet Corbell does have the birth if it were a joke. So would all of Corbell's other videos be you? Yes. Right. Exactly. Everything you said there, Andrew Guffonian Superstar, is 100% spot on. It's everything I say. As a matter of fact, it's verbatim. What the hell are you doing copying me? Are you plagiarizing everything I said? Welcome to the show, Andrew. Very, very smart. Very well thought out. And all caps. He's screaming at us. Do you know that I bet Corbell does have the birth? If it were a joke, so... Oh, I turned it up. I didn't know that was Scambian saying it. If that was a Corbell, and then you turn it up. It's a joke. Nobody. Oh, sorry, I was so loud. Let me turn down the volume. I noticed on a replay the volume was ridiculously loud. I don't know why it's so loud on my end. The microphone. I've been lowering it show by show, little by little. I think that one right there where I just got it. That should be good. That sounds good. Hey, what's up, Sizzle Chest, Murder Hornet? Good to see you. All right, let's get started. If I didn't say your name, it doesn't mean I don't love you. It means we got a show to do. And I really don't. I don't have a lot. Let me take a look. I think I have some show. Let's see what we got here. Because I fell asleep. Listen to this. Listen to this. What? Do you guys remember the other day when I played? This was from... a show I did, and I played a few seconds of Macho Man saying, "You're either in or you're either out, brother." Yeah, they blocked that video. I just found out. It was the show I did China find alien technology in archaeological dig? That was 2 weeks ago. Why'd that show get blocked? That's weird. Just because of that, I played that. It was a TikTok too. Oh yeah, TikTok is not happy with America. Here, hold on. I'm pulling some stuff up. Does anyone have questions for Lou Elizondo? Why did I have this here? Oh, let me just play this while I grab my drink and wake and bake for a second. I got to put eye drops in my eyes. Got it. Stardust. All right. I'm going to play this. And then we're going to roll the show out like there's nobody's business. Go.
Almost out of time, but I'd like to have a couple of questions from the audience. Does anyone have a question they'd like to ask Lou? Anyone at all?
I'm a Gemini. I like long walks on the beach.
Any hands? I've literally got 10 seconds, so very quick question, very quick answer. Anyone have a question? Anyone at all? Anyone have a question they'd like to ask Lou? Sorry that we have to wrap this up. Lou, thank you very much indeed.
My pleasure.
Now, we're almost out of time, but I'd like to have a couple of questions from the audience. Does anyone have a question they'd like to ask Lou?
Isn't that amazing?
Anyone?
How embarrassing.
I'm a Gemini. I like long walks on the beach.
Any hands?
I thought this was fantastic.
So very quick question, very quick answer.
They have
Anyone have a question?
the foremost UFO guy in the world, and nobody wants
Anyone
to
have a
ask him
question they'd
anything.
like to ask Lou?
That's how likable Elizondo is. Nobody even cares
Sorry
what he
we have to
says.
wrap this up. Lou, thank you very much indeed.
My pleasure.
Oh, what an embarrassing moment. You speak for almost an hour and nobody wants to talk to you. That's Elizondo in a nutshell. That's why Elizondo's gone. Because he's not likable. He's not a likable guy. That's sad. It really is. You know, in a way, I do feel a little bit for Elizondo too. Because he is a person. No, he's not. He's not a person. Lou's the enemy. And he is the enemy of ufology. No matter what you think, no matter what you say, no matter how you feel, I will never believe a thing Lou Elizondo has to say. And I cannot wait to hear his book. If anybody gets that book or the audio book, let me know where to find it. I'm not looking every day for it, but if you get it, let me know where you got it. I want to get it and listen to it and talk about it on the show. I'm really excited to read that book, to be honest with you. I'm very excited. I got messages coming in still. Yeah, and I can't get this background in. It's so bizarre. But I love that Lou just couldn't get it done in that interview in front of everybody. How would you like it if you're? I could tell you, if that was me up there, and let's say I came in with all my videos and I'm the UFO guy, I'm almost like, let's say, Billy Meyer, but with real stuff. And I'm out there talking about things, mentioning things, seeing aliens, talking about secret programs. And when it's all said and done, did anybody have any questions for Mr. Giordano? Anybody? Just one question. I'm a Pisces. I was born at 3:33 a.m. That's a lie. I was born at 3:03, but I like to tell everybody I was born at 3:33 just to let everybody feel like I'm special because I have an ego, and when I was born, my ego couldn't fit in me. I had to grow into my ego. And then they started calling me Big Blue. I don't know what that meant, but that was when I realized my name was Lou. I didn't know it. Anyway, poor Lou. That's gotta suck. Too bad. Next time, don't lie to people. I got a video here. We're going to show you this right now. Oh, I can't. Because well, that background's not going up, I see. So I'm cutting that off again. We'll try it again. All right, let's show you this. Shall we? Oh, wait. Whoa, that was weird. I went into a force field right there. There we go. All right. A flying saucer? What do you think?
That is weird. It really is a flying saucer. But Marco, swear.
Let's see if I can get it on camera.
Can you zoom yours? Yours zooms. No, it doesn't.
All right, there it is. I got it on camera.
Oh my god.
Can you zoom in more?
There's a cloud.
You know,
and there's a flying saucer.
No strings on it, no ropes on it, like it busted loose from a car.
There's the houses down here.
Did you hear what that guy just said in the background? There's no string on it. Like, maybe it busted off from a car lot or something. Is that what he said?
Flying saucer.
No strings on it, no ropes on it, like it busted loose from a car.
There's the houses down here.
That's what he said.
Let me go back up to where the
It's a good sighting. I don't know if it's real.
Zoom in enough yet?
Hey!
I don't know if I'm getting it or not.
Oh, the top is even metallic-y, so like aluminum.
Whoever's flying it, they're flying like something. I think it's somebody's like remote.
The comment of the year. Whoever's flying this is flying it like something. That's the greatest comment I think I've ever heard in ufology. Whoever is flying this is flying it like something.
Metallic-y, so like...
Oh, and there's a word. There's a new word for everybody, folks. Metallic-y. It's metallic-y looking, not metallic looking. It's metallic-y. Just like the word tornado activity is now tornadic activity.
Aluminum.
Whoever's flying it, they're flying like something.
Whoever's flying it is flying it like something. Yeah. This is America, folks. Oh, it's Mexico? No, it's America.
It's somebody's like remote control, don't you think?
They're flying it like it's somebody's remote control, don't you think? No.
No, that's...
It's so far away, I don't know if I'm getting it.
So far away. So far in love.
I can't.
So what do you think about this one? Balloon? There are UFO balloons that look just like
get
this.
a better picture
Sad,
of it.
right?
Where is it?
Watch.
It's so far away, I can't... Oh, there it is.
There it is. You got it there, Rubberneck. Uh-oh. What the hell's going on?
It must be about 3,000 feet up now, I'd say.
3,000?
Wow, look at that.
Oh, I remember this. This isn't new. This is old. And I have to say this right now. What you're seeing right here, I have too. I have the same exact thing. Except mine is not near as clear as this, but man, this is crazy. That looks like a disc-shaped object right there, does it not? No? Could it be a balloon? Absolutely. Let's finish. There's only a few seconds left.
Nobody's going to believe us except I got it on film, huh? I keep losing it. There it is.
I don't know, guys. I don't know. Man, I don't know. Let me show you these. That is very tough. I don't know that. Yeah, they must be over New Mexico that flying like that. True. Very true. That's funny. Yes, thank you, Wild Child. I knew it was old. Yeah, that footage was around before the censorship on YouTube. I thought I recognized it being that old. Yeah, I remember this one. What do people... I don't understand this. What is this? It's like stick on some... Oh, stuck. Somebody else said something about a stick. Yeah. I don't know. But let's look at this. Hold on. Come on, Rich. I'm a little confused. Oh, here we go. Ah, Richie. So here we go. Images. And here you go. Just pick and choose anyone you want to be similar. Here it is. Okay, that's it. I'm not kidding. That's it. You want to freak the world out, put this up there. You're going to tell me this 10-foot balloon or 12-foot balloon is not going to make... Look at them all. We're done. Look at this. You see? You think we can get by now? Look at them all. Look at these. Look at this. It's a video over here. I want to see it. Oh, it didn't bring it. Hold on. Wow. Did you know that right there? That big one? I'm looking at it on the other screen. $1,300 for that balloon. $1,300. It's 7 by 7 by 2.5. That's bigger than 7 feet. Those people are at least 5, and the thing's not even completely up on its side yet. And it's still got more than 2 feet above them. What are they talking about? Oh, meters. Richie, duh. God, I'm stupid. I read it down here. I didn't look up here. Meters, yeah, definitely 21 feet. Now we're talking. But $1,000 just for a balloon like this. You got different ones with colors. These are the ones that your mother's got. I can't even do it. These shiny ones here, like right here. Man, that one would throw off a shine like nobody's business. Oh, look at Corbell over here. Corbell when he was a little baby. And his dad. That's Knapp. That's George Knapp. That's George Knapp, and that's little Napster. That's little Corbell. He got adopted. My God, that is him. That is George Knapp right there. What's this? Oh, I thought this said goof on up here. Hey, everybody. See? So, believe you and me, we're living in a world right now where anything, especially these, your mother's nose, it wouldn't let me, especially these over here, these tubes, these black big dicks over here to the side. Yeah, those are very popular. The tubes. And then here's the one we shot down. There it is. China balloon. Unbelievable, right? Beautiful. Look at this. I would do anything to be inside that ship when it flew over Michigan. Anyway, you can see it's obvious that some of these things that are in the sky are balloons. And that's what makes me a little sad, because we can be so easily tricked, easily fooled. It's just not fair. What are we going to do? You can't do anything about it. There's no strings hanging off of these things. Of course, the guy's going to say, yeah, I didn't see any strings hanging off like it broke away from a car dealer. Yeah. No, you're not going to see it. Let's give Rich a little more energy. Can we do that? We've got Prime tonight. Tropical. These were 2 for 4. Unbelievable. Usually they were 2 for 5. I guess they're has a nice little sound to it. It's called Ice Pop Prime energy drink. No sugar. Not in this one, right? Shouldn't be. Only 10 calories. I gotta watch my waistline. And go. The carbonation is what makes it fun. That was good. Oh, my eyes are watering. Man, that was powerful. Good stuff. Tasted good. Tasted good. All right. So you saw that UFO site. Classic. Very popular, but very, very who knows what. Now, I think it was a balloon. Because it was all over the place. It was just, wobbling, turning, tilting. That's not how real UFOs are going to fly. That, in my opinion, was a balloon. Sad, right? It looks so good, too. With that being said, I want to show you some photos. Now, these were taken in March of 71, I believe. These are some of the most insane UFO pictures you'll ever see. Photographs taken by the USS Trepang. In March of 1971. So I'm waiting for the image to load up. I guess it's not loading up still. All right. So let me show you this. This is from Old Vet Symposium. Remember these? These are supposed to be real. This looks fake. Big time. That right there looks fake. That looks a little more real. There it is going into the water. These are very iconic. That to me looks fake. I don't know about that one. I think some of these are mixed in with fake ones. I'm not sure. Like, I think they have real ones mixed in with fake ones. That looks fake. Doesn't mean it is. But these are supposedly real UFO photos. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. This one, anyway. These two, I don't know. They're supposed to be real. Right? Jack Sarfat. Let's see what Jack Sarfat says. Oh, nothing. Oh, look at that. Fata Morgana. Looks like the ship's floating. That is so cool. So, what are we doing here, Jack? Jack posted something on Reddit. I just clicked on it. I'm looking here. Wow. Oh, this is the Jack Sarfati community. Oh, check this out. Oh, shit. You got to see this. Like, some of these look so real. I think they are. Yeah. I'm not sure. Yeah, here we go. Check this out. Watch this. Boom. That's real. I'm telling you, that looks real. The UFO in all that fog right there, and that smoke from the same sources. That's the iconic one. That right there is District 9. Isn't that funny? That's how District 9 got the idea for that ship. Then it turned on its side and it slammed into the water, supposedly. And then it, its demise. Eggush. Boop. Jack's our fat ass. I'm not too sure about any of those pictures, I'll be honest. They look staged, set up, but what do I know? I don't know. I'm not in a periscope. I've never been in a periscope, nor do I know. I've looked through a periscope before. Yeah, they have in New York, in the harbor there, when my dad took me to see the ships. And you can go look in submarines and all the old ships in the World War II. It was kind of cool. All right. Let's get back into ufology like there's nobody's business. Arrow. Why don't they just shut it down? Just shut it down, start anew, right? Shut it down. We don't need it. We don't need it. Why don't they just shut it down? Start over. Can't do it. Do you know how long it took us just to get the arrow? Do you know how long it took us to get that arrow? We're not starting over, Rich. We're just going to get new people. And they did. Matthew Pines on X says, a current, very highly clear DoD SES recently confided to me that Arrow is entirely, you ready? A disinformation activity designed to, you ready? Cover and distract with, are you ready? No qualms about misleading Congress. Wow. What is going on? Seriously. This is the most bizarre. I don't get it, guys. This person also indicated they were recently given a skiff briefing on the Grush stuff. Who said that? Arrow is a flypaper operation designed to shield a couple of very specific CIA, DOE, Air Force, and NGO operational recovery, reverse engineering, and advanced technology programs from would-be whistleblowers. They even have a website where would-be whistleblowers can blow away the world. But only unclassified things like their favorite color and what they had for breakfast. True. The limited interviews Arrow has conducted were conducted without recordings or transcriptions on purpose. Instead, the Arrow staff took intentionally poor notes, then dumbed each interview down into tepid MFRs. These MFers will be the source of Arrow's historical review. I am intimately aware of specific information provided in person to Sean, which unequivocally closes the door on the notion that Arrow has found no evidence. Though, to be fair, Arrow is, by design, really bad at finding things. Though these, Sean Kirkpatrick was brought in to fail. Hey, I said that. That's what I said. And he had handlers to ensure he did so. It was obvious, wasn't it? These handlers include senior CIA officers and program managers from private corporations, of course. They have been named to the appropriate congressional committees and they will be held to account as Arrow prepares to release Volume 1 of their historical review just in time for the holidays. Know that it is a wolf in sheep's clothing. Merry Christmas, everybody. And happy holidays from us at Shallow Allo Arrow. Huh? Don't worry about it. Amazing. Amazing. Just absolutely amazing. What are we doing in this field, man? You know, you got people that are saying we're going to have transparency. And Lou didn't lie about this. Elizondo was truthful. I remember a few years ago, before Arrow became what it is, when they were still trying to get it, him and Leslie Kane were talking about some things, and we're working tirelessly our efforts through this summer. I remember it was slow, nothing happened, and Lou had departed, so nothing was going on for at least 6 months, remember? And then Lou says, it's the quiet before the storm, but I must be honest, I'm not sure Arrow's going to be as transparent as we hoped. He said that. Paraphrasing, but I don't give credit to Lou that often. And, credit is earned sometimes and deserved. So just be truthful. And Lou was. He knew. Lou saw the corruption that was going on, even though he got the office. It's not what he thought it would be. That's why I can't wait to hear the book. If that book doesn't go through the roof in sales, I'd be really shocked. Even though we saw Lou at the beginning of tonight's show, we saw Lou do an interview on a stage in front of 300 people minimum. At the end of the interview, the guy goes, "Anybody have any questions for Lou Elizondo? The A-tip guy, the UFOs and all that stuff? Anybody?" Crickets. And then Lou says, because there were crickets, there we go. And Lou says, because there were crickets, Lou goes, "I take long walks on the beach. I'm a Gemini. Gemini. Me and Gemini don't see eye to eyes. Me and the Gemini can have a good time, but we can never, ever trust one another." It's the way it is with Geminis and Pisces. I'm a Pisces. I'm the most emotional. I'm the worst. You don't want to be friends with me unless you want to learn how to cry about stuff. That's not true. It is. It is true. Pisces are strong yet weak. I hate me. Everybody's got strong and weak signs. Nobody's all strong or all weak. Come on. Nice save. That was a good save. Oh, right. I'm sorry, folks. My fault. I forgot the reminder. Today's reminder.
The very mission they gave me in the first place. I didn't ask for it. I'm not a UFO guy, not a ufologist. I never have been, I never will be. I'm a counterterrorism and counterespionage guy. I just do counterintelligence, counterinsurgencies. That's what I do. And it just so happens that in 2008, I was asked to apply those same skill sets into the UFO community.
Just a little reminder about who Lou is. By the way, if you want to help support Goof On, we are supported by you. Super chat, super sticker, PayPal, Cash App. All the links are in the show description. Without you, there is no Goof On. So, if you could, All right. Wow, there was something I needed to... Kirkpatrick. He earned the hate. No matter what you think. Kirkpatrick. Let me see what this is. Look at this. Oh, wow. Sean Kirkpatrick of Arrow. Listen to this. Describes the harassment he has received from the hashtag UFO hate group. When I was in that little listening to that, what do they call those on X or Twitter, those live spaces? I was listening in to the King Milk Fart thing yesterday, and it was rather interesting. And all of our haters were there, except for Scambian. But the other haters were there. None of us interacted. I left hateful comments for Darcy Weir because I don't like her. It's a guy with a girl's name, but I call all my enemies women's names if they got them. But they're all girls. They're all, even though they're men, they're women. That's not a knock on women. It's a knock on men for not being men. Capiche? It doesn't mean women are weak. It means men aren't men. That's what we got. But anyway, Kirkpatrick commenting on this stuff is bizarre. It would have never happened 10 years ago. People who are successful, who shouldn't be on social media as much as, reading complaints about you. Kirkpatrick is upset because people on the internet, this is a guy's working in the Pentagon, is worrying about what some troll is saying on the internet, some hate group that doesn't exist. In a way it does. But there's no group of, there's no groups, there's no faction. There's just people. There's King Milkfart and others who go around and they start gaslighting shit, right? And then others just jump on. It's not like there's a group and they huddle around on Saturday night while playing Dungeons and Dragons or something. And and then they got the dice. All right, we're going to get Greer. All right, we'll get Greer. Hey, Johnny, you got that 16-sided die? Go ahead and roll that. Let's see how many free lives Greer gets. 1. So we've got to take Greer out. People are worried that these people, not joking at all, this is what Lou Elizondo plays. Lou Elizondo plays the poor me, my family, my God, my life, I'm a human. I'm scared. They're scared for their lives, is what they're saying. I'm scared for my life. Dude, you hunted terrorists down. You're afraid of an internet troll? Unbelievable. Maybe he didn't hunt terrorists down. I don't know, all of them.
Sean Kirkpatrick describes the harassment he has received from the UFO hate group.
Oh, let him say
A persistent question has to do with a senior technical advisory group that you must have stood up that is helping advise the work you do. So they're just questions about that group. What is it made up of? Are these people from outside government? Is this that academic and scientific community you just referenced?
So it's a strategic technical advisory group. They don't like to be called senior. And they actually do work. They're the review board for, the analytic framework consists of multiple layers of review, and they're one of the layers of review. We don't give out names and identities of anybody associated with this office other than me and a handful of very specific people because of the fact that the harassment and the threats that are attendant to our ability to do this job, and I know we had the same problem.
Oh my God. Thank God he's gone. Thank God. Can you imagine me saying the same thing when Scambian and the girls were coming after me? And saying, I'm too scared to do my show. And I'm not even in the Pentagon. I'm just some schmuck in a house in Florida. He's in the Pentagon. I don't want to tell you everybody's name because we've got internet trolls. They're trolling us. We don't want to give the names to the people that work at the Pentagon with top secret clearance to UFO footage. There's no UFOs, no aliens, no hidden craft that I've seen. Is that right, Sean? I haven't seen anything that says we've got those here. And you know what? You know that comment alone isn't a lie. Why would he have seen it? Anyway, Moonlick throwing down $3.33. Darcy Queer and Dr. Sean are two of the original Mean Girls. That is faux show. Thank you for the $3.33. Moonlick throwing it down. Isn't that the first one tonight? That's the first one? That can't be. Is it? It is. Thank you very much. I know, I'm used to, but thank you. Wow. So, thanks, Moonlick. Mucho gusto generoso. Throwing it down like it's 1999. This is ridiculous. This is very embarrassing. It makes you wonder if Sean Kirkpatrick actually got that job because he met a quota. They needed a white guy. Because I got to tell you, for him to even bring this up during that conference, whatever is going on here, whatever meeting he's at, to bring that up in a public setting and crying about internet trolls tells you the level of maturity at the Pentagon. I'm not in the Pentagon. I can act a fool. But if I worked at the Pentagon, you would see professional G. You wouldn't see this G, you'd see this G. Very serious, but very jovial. That's me at the office. I bring the donuts and the jokes, but yet you mess around and it's your ass. But we have a good time. See? Kirkpatrick, he's a millennial, isn't he? Give or take. He's so close. I don't know his birthday. I don't care, but he's got millennial attitude. He definitely has, what is this, my right hand? And this is my left attitude. He's got that leftist attitude. He can't take the pressure. He's crying about trolls. This is amazing to me. I'm floored by it. Really, I am floored by this is actually happening from a guy who works in a Pentagon saying, I can't do my job. He's actually saying, he said that. We can't do our jobs properly because of internet freaking trolls. Thank God he's gone. Thank God. And I'm not bragging what I'm about to say, but I called it again. I called it with this guy. This is a miserable POS right here. This guy does not like. Look, I mean, if you look at him, and I don't know what kind of day he had, but when you're consistently looking disheveled and tired and look like you don't want to be there, you shouldn't. You need to go. And he needs to go. Oh, he did? Well, let's listen to what he said. I can't work in these conditions. What conditions? At the Pentagon? What's the matter? Well, the internet trolls, very stressful, sir. Come again? You mean giants? Or no, sir, internet trolls. I'm not following you, Kirkpatrick. What do you mean? These are people that call us names, sir. Go ahead. They say, oh, tell us who you work for. Tell us who's working with you. And I'm not going to give them their names. You know it's public record, right, Johnson? Kirkpatrick, whatever the fuck your name is. Yeah. I think it's public record. So just tell them to look there. What's the problem, Kirk? I just need somebody to talk to. That's all, Admiral. That's all. Admiral? Are we on a ship? Unbelievable what goes on. I can't believe he actually mentioned this. Listen to this. Why? You can't work because of what conditions?
Give out names and identities of anybody associated with this office other than me and a handful of very specific people because of the fact that the harassment and the threats that are attendant to our ability to do this job, and I know we had the same problem with the NASA panel. I'm not going to subject my team to that. I have some of the best professionals on the face of the planet working some of this. But I'm not going to subject them or their families to that kind of harassment that is making our job a lot harder.
Let me ask you this. Let me give you an example. FAP, I know you know this, what I'm about to say. You're a regular guy, a working man, or were, or did. Anybody out there who's worked at an office or whatever, have that office environment experience. Hold on a second. Hold on. I want to hear something.
I'm not going to subject my team to that. I have some of the best professionals on the face of the planet.
If I went into work anywhere, not the Pentagon, but let's say I went to go work at AT&T. I go to work and I tell my boss, hey boss, I'm stressed out today. I don't think I could work efficiently the way I'm supposed to be productive here. I don't know if I can meet my goals. Why, Rich? Have you been on the internet at all, boss? I've been on there, yeah. Do you know what a troll is, sir? I don't know. I'm not on that much. I'm sorry. What's a troll? Oh, is it a giant? No, they're people that harass you and basically threaten you and call you names on the internet. Do you know these people? Never met them, sir. Where are they from? Well, they're from all over the world. Are they your neighbor? No. What are you worrying about? Because they called us names, sir. And I can't work in these conditions. What? You're at work. You're not in the internet. You're at work. I know, but I got stressed out last night and I didn't sleep very well because of it. Because of what? They called me names. Oh, do you want a tissue? Get out of here. That's the environment we live in now. That's how people act. I've heard the stories from my friends who manage call centers, who work at car dealerships, who sell mortgages. He has to deal with this kind of mentality on the daily. He told me, one of my guys cost me $14,000 and himself money. You know, a little bit of the commission there, but cost the company $14,000 because he put the decimal point in the wrong place somewhere and whatever. That's the story I was told. And he couldn't understand why he lost the account. I go, because you threw money out the window. Company money. You made a mistake. Yeah, I know, but 99.999% of the time, it's perfect. Right. Maybe it's not perfect. They just didn't catch the imperfections. This time they caught it. Now you got to pay the consequences. I mean, how do I show my face? What do you mean? How do you show your face? You made a mistake. They're not going to go in there and laugh at you. What do you think this is? The movie Carrie? You're not that important. You made a mistake. You lost the account. Go earn it back. God almighty, take responsibility. Like when I fall asleep, you know, I almost blamed my phone for the battery dying, right? That was the first thing I went to tonight. I'm like, oh, my phone died. The alarm didn't go off. That's my fault. I should have charged it. I didn't. People don't want to assume responsibility. Kirkpatrick is from that line. He's from that thread in the cloth. He's that thread. What was I saying in I don't know, something about the cloth of the flag? I don't know. Anyway, I'm not surprised, but I am so surprised this is happening. I remember growing up. Do you know when you used to watch TV with your parents and you would see these people in suits and the president would be there and sometimes they would talk or president wouldn't be there and they're hitting the gavel and you're listening to these people use big words you never heard of, but you understand for some reason what they're saying. And we're got a global economy and and we got global warming and deep, and we need to watch out for this, that, and the other terrorists around the world. It's the war against drugs, the war against terrorism, the war against crime. And I used to sit there and watch TV and go, man, these are such smart people. How do they deal with all these situations? You know, they're not that smart. That's what I've learned as an adult. In my 50s, that people just, they don't change. People get older, you get smarter, but being mature is tolerating the stuff that doesn't mean anything, that's out of your control, things you have no control. This is why I'm a little bit immature. I get mad at things I can't control. I had a guy on here who was like a life coach. This was a few years ago. I think his name was, I don't know, he's on History Channel. His name is Michael. He's very, very, very good at what he does. And it was a great interview and whatnot. But he told me, what do you care what Elizondo does? I go, I care because he's lying to the people. Yeah, let them worry about what they can do, what they do with it. Don't worry about it. Why do you have to be that guy? Because nobody else is. But why are you taking it personally? Because I have a lot invested in this field, you know, and I'm passionate. Okay, you're passionate about what you do. But the fact that Elizondo's lying, why does it make you that angry that you need to let him know? You need to let the world know. Why are you taking it? And we kept going back and forth for a little bit. And I go, I understand what you're saying, but I feel there needs to be some sort of pushback, some other voice that that doesn't see the same way that Lou Elizondo puts out the narrative, that sees right through the bullshit. Why should I allow that to happen? Well, who are you to change it? Well, why can't I be the guy to change it? But you're stressing yourself out so much, Rich, for nothing. Wow. For nothing, huh? So I'm doing all this for nothing? No. But you can only control what you can control. By you getting mad and creating all this negative energy, this toxic energy, you know what happens with the toxic energy, Rich? That goes out into the ether. And other people who are listening may take your negative thoughts and make it their negative thoughts. You want to create positivity. And I'm sitting there listening to him, and I'm like, look, everything you're saying is 100% true, but what you're saying is not normal to the way people react. My instinct is to shout. My knee-jerk reaction is to yell. My first reaction is to lash out. And Rich, that should be your last reaction. As a matter of fact, shouldn't even be a reaction at all. You know what, Michael? I like being a human. I don't like being a robot. I like screaming and shouting and yelling, and I like being me. And let me tell you, you may see the world you see it, and you think that I need to be calm and not talk out loud and be civil about everything. Well, let me tell you something. These people aren't civil. They may talk civil, but they lie as they look you in the eye and shake your hand. They lie at you at every turn and every chance they get. They're on mainstream media looking at the world lying. And you just want me to sit there and take it? Sorry. That's just not the way I'm wired. I can't sit here and not say anything. Well, then you're going to have a stressful life. As a matter of fact, no, I'm not. You're asking me to bottle everything in. You want me to push it in so my emotions don't come out. You want me to hold it in so someday when I don't know, explode, everything comes out at one time? Rich, that's where maturity comes in. Get the fuck out of here. I mean, you can only go so far with that. These people aren't playing by the rules. I am not going to play by the rules either. What are the rules? What are the rules? What, I'm not allowed to yell and scream and say what I want to say? While that guy sits on a stage and sits there and lies to every one of us, each and every one, every day at every chance they get, that they are paid to lie? And we're just supposed to sit here and take it and not say anything? Oh, there's other ways to go around it, Rich. You can just be mature about it. Who says I'm not being mature? Why is passionate energy looked at as dangerous energy? It looks toxic. I don't care what it looks like. Think then. Use your critical thinking. Look through the bullshit. What do you see? A guy screaming about something. Why is he screaming? I don't know. He must be passionate about something. What is he screaming about? I don't know. He's just screaming, so I turn it off. Exactly. Exactly my point, Rich. Your screaming shuts them out. You need to find a happy middle ground. Yeah. 100% right. I thought he was right. The middle ground for me is the yelling, is the passion. It is my hands. It's everything. I'm not going to change who I am just because the image doesn't look the way you want it to look. This is me. Other people like Kirkpatrick look down and depressed and sad and they're miserable in their lives. Other people are louder than me. Scambian, for instance, passionate, just wants to rip everybody apart, right? He's passionate about what he does. I think we find a happy median here. I think we've got the yelling and the screaming, and we also have the mellow and the subdued. I think we've got it all. And I don't buy that bullshit that if you're yelling and screaming, you're not credible looking. Yeah, to an extent. Alex Jones did that. People just called him crazy. So if Alex Jones didn't scream and yell and was not passionate and just sat there and talked, how much attention would he get? When you look at evangelists on TV, the people who rip everybody off, who lie about everything, who steal in the name of God, they're screaming and yelling, passion. So don't let the passionless people on that side of ufology tell you that we are crazy, that we are out to get them, that we're a hate group. Because we're not. We're individuals. And we're sick of being lied to. So it may look like a UFO hate group coming at you because it's more than just me. There's a whole bunch of us who are sick of being lied to. That's why you think there's hate groups coming at you when there's just a bunch of people pissed off at being lied to. Sometimes they go over the edge. They go more and do more than I do. They're on that extreme. They're on that side of the spectrum. I think we are in the middle. I don't think we're too quiet. I don't think we're loud enough. I think we're in the middle, still trying to figure out how to go about this, how to spread the message, how to spread our narrative and what we think the truth is. Because nobody knows the truth. You don't know it. I definitely don't know it. And what we're being told are half lies and half truths and half whatever else. But when you look at Kirkpatrick, you can see it. It's everybody. I saw it in Lou's eyes. I see it in all their eyes. It's a gift. It's a curse. It is a curse too, because sometimes I don't want to know you're lying to me. And it's sad, but let's finish watching the rest of Kirkpatrick sit there and just look miserable. I don't even know why we're even doing this anymore.
Work in some of this, but I'm not going to subject them or their families to.
He was scared. He said he couldn't do his job, and he's not going to give the names of the other people that are working at Arrow because of the trolls. He's scared. He's in the most secure building in the world, and he's scared.
Specific people, because of the fact that the harassment and the threats that are attendant to our ability to do this job, and I know we had the same problem with the NASA panel. I'm not going to subject my team to that. I have some of the best professionals on the face of the planet working some of this, but I'm not going to subject them or their families to that kind of harassment that is making our job a lot harder.
Shut up. How is it making your job harder? You're in the Pentagon working. Now, explain to me how the internet trolls make the job harder. Do you know when I'm done here, you know what my haters do? They still send me messages. I still get posts and comments and replies from them. But it doesn't affect the work I'm doing here. It's so stupid. It's an excuse. Anyway, we don't know what stress Kirkpatrick was under, what lies he was told. We don't know the story. But all we can do is look at the victim and also look at the perpetrator too. I mean, he's both victim and perpetrator. He's a perp.
I've had people try to dig up information.
Dig up dead relatives. What?
Information on my wife.
Oh, never mind. Oh, listen to this. Oh, poor baby. Welcome to ufology.
People tried to dig up information on my wife, my child, where I live, make threats.
What do you think this is? Where do you think you are? This is America. That's what we do. We want to know where the guy who knows the secrets, not really, who knows things that he should know and about UFOs and aliens. We want to know where he lives. So when he leaves his home, we can watch the house from a distance. I don't know. It's scary. It is, but it shouldn't stop him from doing his job. I mean, that's just funny. Anyway, he's gone. I know it doesn't matter. It's a moot point at this point, but it's nice to see where all of this led to. His departure. He's weak. But that may just be the impression we're getting. It may not be the true story. But it's always in the eyes. There's something going on with Kirkpatrick, more than just him knowing he's only going to be there a year.
Send harassments, just that's not called for.
And what is the claim? Is the claim that you're evil because you haven't said what they want you to say about the sources of these anomalous sightings?
That's a great way of saying it, but I would put it a different way, right? I told everybody when we stood up, I would follow the data wherever it led. Mm-hmm. That means you have to follow the data and the evidence where it leads. If you don't like where it leads, don't call me a liar and then come after me. Mm-hmm.
Millions of, hundreds of thousands of people, whatever you want, see this guy on the internet. And what does he say? What was the last thing he just said? Listen.
Follow the data and the evidence where it leads. If you don't like where it leads, don't call me a liar. And
if you don't like where the evidence leads, don't call me a liar. Oh. But the evidence led, apparently, to aliens and UFOs being reality now, not just an imaginary thing that the government denied and denied and denied and denied and denied. And then all of a sudden, Project Blue Book, all of a sudden, ATIP, all of a sudden, Arrow. Oh, I guess the government does know stuff after all. Yeah, that's why we're mad. Kirkpatrick, we're not just mad at you. We're mad at everybody at the government. We're frustrated. You don't know what it's like to be us. You just got here. I get people harassing me. Oh, the poor baby. Do you want me to get your nighttime bottle for you? Grow a pair, dude. Well, that's another reason why he was temporary. They didn't see long term with him, did they? Nope. I got to show you this video. This is unbelievable. You know, people make stuff up all the time. What's this? Did I already say this? Whoa, hold on. Hold on a second. Hold on. Ben sent $4.20 on PayPal. He says, great show, Richie, again. I fell asleep. Haha. I hope you're okay, Ben. Thank you very much. Ben, the Yorkshire Guffonian, mucho gusto generoso. Hey, man, thank you very much for that. Appreciate it. Ben is a continuing supporter of GoofOn for a while. So appreciate that, brother. Mucho gusto generoso. On PayPal. You're right. Because I said, yeah, all right. That was good. Thanks, Ben. Seriously, thank you. And a good number, too, 420. All right, here's the video. This just happened about a couple weeks ago, I believe. I'm not sure. Let me replay it. Here, listen.
In the summer of 2023, a man was driving down the road when he suddenly lost control of the car and drove off into the river below. The man passed away immediately upon impact, and the devastating news spread throughout the community. The local news retrieved the surveillance camera footage showing the accident, but that wasn't the only thing captured. Just seconds after the man had passed away, the following footage was captured.
All right, first of all, I'm just jumping in here to tell you what to look for, because I don't want to play it twice. You're going to see a guy come by on, it's just one of the locals getting a ride. That's what they do. They ride on top of vehicles. I swear to God. And you can literally see this is a person, not the Grim Reaper, coming to get the soul of a driver who just died. Anyway, check it out. I had to say that because I don't want to play it twice. Nah.
Just seconds after the fatal accident, a large truck is driving down the same road when the camera captures a strange black figure standing on the top. The mysterious figure appears to be wearing a black hooded cloak while also looking down over the bridge and towards the accident. Many people in the comments section are convinced they captured evidence of the Grim Reaper. In the summer of 2023, a man was driving.
You know, it's a guy. It's so silly. All right, I'm cleaning up here. Hold on. Get rid of that. Oh, okay. All right. So, an unbelievable interview with Lou Elizondo. This I want to play. What's that? Well, hold on. Somebody's asking me, Corbell has a video of Jesus. No, that was a joke. That's funny because Corbell eventually will have the birth of Jesus Christ on video and people will believe it. He'll be like this and I'll be like this and some people will be like this. Celebrities who could be aliens. It's coming up. There's not much to say, but we're coming up on that. Yeah, I got to play this, though. So this is from Theories of Everything with CURT JAIMUNGAL. And this is when he had Lou Elizondo on. One of my favorite interviews, by the way. And you hear Lou say some stuff. Let's see how true. See if it holds up today. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Was asked in 2021. The last time we spoke, there were two comments that you said that stood out to me. Well, one was the somber heard around the world, in a sense. And then you clarified that, or you added to that by saying sobering. Oh, I was wondering, we can get to that. And then also you mentioned that the Charlotte.
Because Lou said if what he found out was sombering, if disclosure was to happen, he said it would be somber. The mood would be somber. So that's what they're going to talk about here. Somber. Somber. I hate that word, too. It's such a horrible word. It's ugly.
Charlatans of the world will be shown to be charlatans. And I, again, don't know much about this UFO community, but people in the comments were saying, did he mean Stephen Greer? So why don't you comment on that? You can be as diplomatic as you like. I know that you're a relatively diplomatic person.
Yeah. Let me start with by somber or sobering. Imagine everything you've been taught, whether it's through Sunday school or through regular formal education in school, or what our political leaders have told us, and yes, even maybe our mothers and fathers around the dinner table have told us, or maybe at bedtime, about who we are, right, and our background and our past. What if all of that turned out to be not entirely accurate? In fact, the very history of our species, the meaning, what it means to be a human being and our place in this universe. What if all that is now in question?
Lou the theologian. Look at the light on his eyes. They got that set up so when he lifts his head, the light crosses right across his eyes, just like a movie set. I wonder who taught him that.
What if it turns out that a lot of the things that we thought were one way aren't?
Ooh. Hey, guys, for those of you who thought things were one way, guess what? They're not. Wow. Can you explain?
Are we prepared to have that honest question with ourselves?
Can you answer that?
Are we prepared to recognize that we're not at the top of the food chain, potentially? That we're not the alpha predator, that we are maybe somewhere in the middle?
Hold on. This is why we play it. What evidence does Lou have that we aren't the alpha? That we're somewhere in the middle? Don't you find it loopholey for Lou to say, we're somewhere in the middle? That's like saying, we're this way and we're that way. He's covering it all because he doesn't know shit. So you blanket it all with the generalization with that kind of answer. We're somewhere in the middle. God, what a bunch of crap. Fuck, I hate this guy.
It's interesting because I was having a discussion with a friend.
Yeah, and where do you get your answers? Why don't you tell us where you got these facts from, Lou, that actually says we're somewhere in the middle? We're not. What evidence do you have? He never tells us anything. Hey, you know what? We're not the alpha predator. Why? We're somewhere in the middle. Why? Because of the aliens. Why? Well, we're...
Not too long ago, really, we call them graybeards in the government. Really smart guy. I'm not going to mention his name, but I was talking to him probably...
Here we go. The guy of wisdom whose name he cannot tell.
A couple months ago. And this is a guy who was always paid to solve the hard problems for the U.S. government. Cold War. How do we solve that, right? How do we do these big things? How do we go in and beat the Russians at their own game? So this guy I respect tremendously. And we had a conversation. He said, Lou, mankind's been around for a little while. And for most of that time, mankind's been around. We've been smack in the middle of the food chain. We've been, we ate a lot of things, and a lot of things ate us. And that's just the bottom line. And about 70,000 years ago, something fundamentally changed. Something changed. And our species was instantly catapulted to the very top of our planet as far as predatory animals.
What? What? 70,000 years ago? That's what Lou's saying. 70,000 years ago, something changed dramatically that put us at the top. Didn't he just say we were somewhere in the middle? I know he said that we were somewhere in the middle back then, but he also said that earlier we were somewhere in the middle today. Remember in the beginning? That's anyway, listen.
And now all of a sudden we became the most feared. We were the most lethal.
We were the most feared. Hold on a second. When you walk up to an elephant, does it seem like it's afraid? Have you ever walked up to a giraffe, a gorilla, go in the ocean, talk to a shark, a dolphin, and a manta ray, a goldfish? Do they seem scared? Is there history that they know? Right? Do they know 2,000 years ago this happened? Do they know 500 years ago this happened? It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. We weren't feared. Nobody, nothing feared us at all. We just killed and attacked and defended better. We were able to defend ourselves and come up with weapons. The animals didn't fear us. They still came at us and did the same things they did before. But Lou wants you to believe that we somehow got this miraculous power, that we went to the top of the food chain after being somewhere in the middle. And now we're the most feared? Feared by who? A gecko? A parrot? Give me a break with this stupid shit. It doesn't make sense. The only way we would be feared is by another intelligent species that would know us and know our history to be feared. If a couple of Indians saw us walking through the jungle or wherever, the forest, they're not going to be, it's the white man. No, they would be like, what is that? I don't know, but I'm hungry. You know, they look like us, but they're not us. Let's kill them. You know, they weren't. Lou's just making up shit. And it's cute. It's adorable. That's why we like little Lou. Well, Baba Louie.
And the most successful. In fact, most of the large species that existed on this planet went extinct because of us.
Oh.
Believe it or not, because we started eating all of it. There were a couple species that did very.
Yeah. You know why? Not because the animals were scared of us, Lou, because we figured out weaponry and design and attack and all that other kind of Lou shit
very well with our ascension, our immediate ascension. And we brought a couple species with us. The dog is an example.
We brought the dog with us. Holy shit. And along with the dog came the dog whistle. Do you hear that? Hold on. Me neither, but a dog did. Unbelievable, this guy. Hey, we brought the dogs with us. Oh my God. Hey, you forgot, Lou. We also brought the cats with us, the goldfish, the turtle, the hamster. You forgot all the other household animals that we domesticated. Come on, Lou. I know a few ducks and pigs were thrown in the mix of those too. Come on, Lou. You got to do better than this. This is embarrassing.
Where the dog species benefited greatly with mankind's ascension as the alpha predator and wound up succeeding as well, doing very well off of
that. Shut off.
That changed the entire global landscape of our planet almost overnight. Large animals went extinct because of us.
You said that already.
What if it turns out that there's another species? That is even
don't say it.
Even higher on that ladder than we are.
Oh my God, he said it.
Do we need the social institutions that we have today? Will we need governmental and religious organizations that we have today, if it turns out that there is something else or someone else that is technologically more advanced, and perhaps from an evolutionary perspective more advanced.
Hey, by the way, did he not just say the same thing 3 times, 3 different ways? Ben, the Yorkshire Guffonian member for 14 months. I did check the PP. Thank you. It was the 420. Yep, got it. Mucho gusto generoso, a member for 14 months of Truthology for Ufology. Ben, the Yorkshire Guffonian at Gush. Thanks, Ben. Lou, this is great, man. This is great. Thank you very much.
Have we been wasting our time all this time? Or are we doing exactly what we're supposed to be doing?
I know, right? He's forgetting the Ice Ages.
Does it turn out that mankind is in fact just another animal in the zoo? Or because we thought ourselves as a zookeeper before, but maybe we're just another exhibit inside the zoo.
Wow.
What would that mean to us? So when I say sombering and sobering, I mean that there's going to come a point in this conversation where we're going to have to do a lot of reconciling with ourselves, whatever that means, from whatever philosophical background you have. This is going to impact every single one of us the same and yet equally and yet differently. And I think that's important.
Oh, Mark, wow.
Do we find ourselves in a situation where history may have to be rewritten?
Yes, it's true.
So
that's true.
Now, as far as the charlatans, I'm not going to give any attention to individual charlatans because they already have enough attention. They know exactly who I'm referring to.
That might be us. I think he's talking about us. Can't be us. It's got to be third phase. It's got to be Greer. I think it's Greer and third phase he's talking about.
They're individuals who have made a cottage industry a career of taking people's hard-earned money and deceiving them. And not only deceiving them, but having them sign non-disclosure agreements to make sure they don't tell the world that they've been deceived. And preying upon people who for whatever reason.
Huh?
And preying upon people who for whatever, preying upon people who
sorry, I can't stop.
Believe in them.
All right. We get the point, Lou. Boo-hoo Lou talking out his third hole. Thanks, Lou. And thank you. Theories of Everything with CURT JAIMUNGAL. Toe what? Toe the line. So somebody says this could be legit. I'm pulling it up. Anybody? Wait, hold on. Oh, no. It's not playing. It won't play. I can't get this video to play. I can't get it to play. That's so bizarre. Do you remember earlier tonight when I was showing you the photos from the ocean? What? Hold on a sec. Uh-oh. What the hell? Forget this. Hold on a second. There's something going on here. Hold on. I almost ruined the internet. Oh. Guys, are you familiar with the spaceman photograph? I'm going to show it to you. Do you know it's been debunked? Yeah, years ago. Hold on. Yeah. It was this photo. I don't even know why I'm doing this. Who gives a crap, really, to be honest with you? I'm being serious. Nobody cares anymore. Hold on. I've got so many things open. Shut up. Alien Girl 111 posted this. Yes, this has been debunked. This is the alien in the background. It's not an alien. It's the guy's wife, based on a double exposure. There she is. And you can see that outfit. It's pretty much the same. It's her back towards us, but yeah, it is his wife. But people think that this is a spaceman in the background with this space helmet. But it's literally her. You know, it to me, yes and no. It does prove, but it doesn't prove. It's not a perfect match. You know, it's not a perfect match. So I don't know. Still out there on that one. That's a good one. All right. Hold on. Hold on. All right, here we go. I wanted to play part of this interview from ICER Next Network whistleblower David Grush, who has some revelations here, and then we'll talk about celebs. There's not a lot.
Happy with me going public.
Could you tell us, Dave, as far as you are told and as far as you can, of course, how many UFO or UAP crafts are in possession of the U.S. government?
I was presented those specific numbers in a classified environment, and I did provide those metrics to authorities. Like I said on News Nation, it is quite a number. I'll just say it's double digits. The exact numbers I did not clear through pre-publication and security review. And furthermore, some of the more specifics, as I've said in a recent interview on a YouTube channel called Yes Theory.
You know, I just can't. I don't care. I don't care. Doesn't matter. All right. Celebrities have been accused of being in our lives as aliens. And from Life's Biggest Questions, the channel, we're going to look at some celebrities that have been accused of being alien. And some of them you might think, wow, Jesus, that is really obvious. You know who I really think is part alien, part machine? Hillary Clinton. No, I really do. Yeah, I do. And it is possible. Oh, God. What was the name of this movie I just watched? It was really interesting. It's 70 years in the future, and AI was used as, in our lives, everyday lives. They took over, they helped us in situations like they were police people, they were baggers, and, at the grocery store, they were doctors, and they turned into these AI robots that literally got a conscience and believed they were alive and revolted against the humans. And then there was a divide, humans against, and the humans tried taking out all of the AI. They kept searching for them, looking for them, and dismantling them. And when they're starting to dismantle the robots, they're like, please don't, please, I have a family. And you see one of the humans go, oh my God. And the guy goes, it just turned off. It's nothing. It didn't feel a thing. It's a robot. You get that, right? Yeah, I got it. It just seems so real. I know, but it's not. It's a cool movie. I wouldn't say it's great, but it was in between good and great. I don't know the name of it, but it was very good. And it had to do with the AI created a child, and it can grow. A machine that can grow. Do you hear me? Pretty cool. All right. So top 10 celebrities, maybe. We'll pick a few out that could be alien. Now, we know about a few of them, right? We could say Jeff Bezos or that guy. What's his name? There's Jeff Bezos. Sure, those are the simple ones. Mark Zuckerberg. Simple, right? But what about Tom Cruise? Tom Cruise, are you kidding me?
Pretty obvious that he's been featured in a handful of alien-type movies, but he's an action star and a big name which sells tickets, so I won't just point to that as the reason why he could be an alien. But what I will say is that in the religion of Scientology, which Cruise is a prominent supporter and some say even a leader of, well, they believe aliens were, I guess, somewhat involved in the creation of humans. Which would technically mean we're all aliens, at least according to the religion of Scientology. And if that isn't enough reason to believe that Tom Cruise could potentially be an alien, just look at the infamous time he was jumping for joy on Oprah's couch because of Katie Holmes. I'm sure Katie's nice, but no regular person would love her that much. Only an alien. That last part was a joke for anyone who didn't pick up on it. I was just joking around. But the Scientology thing with all the aliens and all that, I'm being fully serious. You guys could look it up. They fully think that, you know, an alien overlord kind of created the human race and everyone has like alien parasites inside of them or something like that. Pretty wild, but check it out for yourselves. Bringing us to number 7, we got Will Smith. This guy has been in the spotlight for as long as I could remember. It's Will Smith. What's not to love, right? Well, maybe that's what he wants us to think. He's too perfect. So 10 out of 10, alien. No doubt about it. On a more serious note, for starters,
let's stop it right here. Will Smith, an alien. Now, that'd be tough, right? We've watched Will Smith. Boy, he has receding gums, too. He's got receding gum lines.
I know recently.
We've seen Will Smith since he was 20 years old. 18, 19, 20. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Some of us, like myself, seen him before. He's stand-up comic. Will Smith. He's actually, I got to tell you, I don't know if he's a robot, a cyborg, an AI. Look, The Sixth Sense said it best. Here, let me pull it up. There is yet to be AI consciousness beyond its data set, which means whatever we program it to do, that's all it can do. Not one of them is actual free will. None of them. However, I don't understand how these computer programmers can simulate free will. Like, they may have a simulation of free will, right? Let me throw this at you. Not just you, everybody. What if we think we have free will? We have the illusion of free will. But doesn't that roll downhill? Only and if and only when that consciousness is free will. And I don't mean Will Smith. That's funny. He's right there. The hell? Getting itchy. AI consciousness turning into free will. And if you program it, how would you do that? It would have to be something like, the program would have to be written like, if building is falling, you do this. If somebody is, breathing funny, do this. Dial 911, whatever. If this is happening, they do this. How do they program it? That's so wild to me. But I don't think we can stay away from this ever becoming a thing. Because the sixth sense is right. Whatever we give it, that's it. Why would we want to give anything more than what we needed to do? Because we're curious beings. And who knows? You and I, everybody here, we could be the creation. Even though we're DNA, we could be some form of maybe our heart, our brain, maybe all of that stuff, our organs. Maybe it is some sort of, no, it's not cyber technology. It's not anything alien. Because we don't see any metallic parts. We don't see anything that looks like it's made in a machine. So we automatically assume that because we don't see any machine parts, that we're living organisms and not created. We're born. So we're on an assembly line. And men and women work together to keep pumping out these babies, man. We don't even know we're in an assembly line. And you know what they're doing to us? The same thing we do to those chickens who lay those golden eggs, those free-range eggs. We're doing the same thing here on old planet Earth. I'm not saying we're on a prison planet. I'm saying it is a prison planet. And we can't get off of it. Ever. And if we do, I think extinction level events are put upon us so that we can't figure it out. And anybody who left the planet is wiped out. We're not. This is an illusion. Your eyes don't even see for you, you knuckleheads. Actually, your eyes see everything upside down, if you didn't know. And then when it hits the lens in the back of the eye or the middle of the eye, it switches the right way. And then the brain adjusts all these ones and zeros or X's and O's and creates the image, just like a computer does. Tell me, free will or the free will or the illusion of free will? And I don't mean Will Smith. But if you look at him, where do you see the alien? You can't. It's inside of us. It's our soul. We don't call it alien. We call it a soul. But really, you know what the soul is? Alien. We're put into these containers, which are put into the baby makers, which were put into the male creators. The men shoot the foop and the women collect the pop and they in the oven and out comes a baba. Pretty much that's it. 9-10 months gestation. Do you know why they ripped the baby out at 9 months? Really, it's supposed to be 10. I don't know. I heard a rumor. Isn't that true? That we take the babies out at 9 months no matter what? But I thought, and I heard a doctor say that we take babies out a little bit earlier than they're supposed to be born. I'm like, what does that mean? Women go into labor, the baby comes right out. Yeah, most of the time. Most of the time. Some of the times they don't come out. Some of them, the babies are late, like me. I was late. I was a 9.5-month baby. They pushed me out. Yep. I wasn't a C-section, baby. I came out that canal. But it was induced. Yeah, they didn't want me to be in there. And my mother wanted me out on her birthday, which was 2 days before mine. But I wasn't coming out. I wanted to be an individual. I didn't want to share shit with anybody. I knew that back then. I ain't coming out. I like it in here. Actually, I was doing this, holding on to my umbilical cord. Oh, my little UC. Isn't it spelled umbilical, U-M? Or is it I-M? Umbilical? Oh, I'm thinking of imbecile. It's umbilical, U-M, right? All right. Who else could be? Jay-Z? Yeah, probably, if you ever heard of him. Keanu Reeves. I met Keanu Reeves when he was 21.
Keanu Reeves, yet another actor who legitimately doesn't seem to age. Some have questioned if he's a vampire, while others have questioned if he's an alien. Again, much like Will Smith, this guy has been in the public eye forever, and the people's opinion of him has been rather consistent. They absolutely adore the guy. And what's not to love? Remember at E3 when someone yelled out that he was breathtaking, and he immediately responded, "You're breathtaking, you're all breathtaking," and then broke the internet? Only Keanu, baby. Aside from this, he was the star of The Matrix, which is literally a premise.
So in order for these celebrities to be aliens, they would have to be inside the body growing. And not only that, they would have to be so secretive about their own appearance, they could never tell anyone. Do they give these aliens free will or the illusion of free will? Of course. Free will and everything else. I forgot what I was going to say. It was pretty good too. Shit. I started thinking of things to say and I lost track. But Keanu Reeves, Tom Cruise, Will Smith, haven't you noticed they've all been in those movies? Talk about the future, the end of days, all of them. When we get to that point where we can leave this planet successfully, that there will be an extinction level event. Not to scare anybody, but there are talks of World War III. Wubba, wubba, wubba. One of the biggest people to ever be called an alien was Michael Jackson. You might think so. I remember seeing Michael Jackson on Johnny Carson. I remember seeing him, believe it or not, I think it was Ed Sullivan's show. I'm not sure. Like, I don't know if that was still on. I think it was still on. I was 4 or 5. I remember seeing Tiger Woods at 5 years old on Johnny Carson hitting the golf ball into the net at 5 years old. And I remember my dad sitting there going, "Dad, I'll never be a professional golfer." Because he's black. Well, Tiger's Ablinasian. But back then, in the early 70s, mid-70s, there was still racism.
Entertainer of all time, there is never going to be another Michael Jackson. One could say he was almost so different.
All right, Mike, okay.
He couldn't have been human.
Right. This person was a faulty model, let's say. This model, the Michael Jackson model, was so popular on other planets that they didn't want to overpopulate the galaxy with Michael Jacksons. So they literally stopped making the Michael Jackson until one of the aliens had an idea. Let's see how the humans react to Michael Jackson. And they made a Michael Jackson human. And believe it or not, this doll, this human, this cyborg also became the king of pop. Where on other planets, he was the king of jazz, he was the king of dance, he was the king of toes, he was the king of the glove, you name it. He was the king of faces, the king of noses, you name it. He was the king. And if you add one letter, the letter O, to the word pop, you have the king of poop. I'm telling you, you can't write this stuff.
But if not human, then what? It's no secret that Michael Jackson was easily one of the most entertaining and unique performers of all time. As I said before, guys, there will never be another MJ. With that being said, he may be an alien, as famous parody singer, if that's even a title, Weird Al Yankovic once explained how he felt after meeting the king himself. I quote Weird Al saying, "He's super nice, very soft-spoken, but it's not like you're meeting a human." And I don't mean this in a bad way. It's sort of like he was so bigger than life, he was so iconic, it's almost like you're meeting an alien or you're meeting like a statue from Madame Tussauds. You can't possibly be real. Now that doesn't mean we should take Weird Al literally, but...
You know why I wanted to talk about celebrities being possibly aliens? Because that is exactly what they do. Well, I don't know this to be true, but legend has it that aliens infiltrate whatever species, whatever planet they go to. They assimilate, they duplicate, replicate, and overtake. I don't know. For shits and giggles, let's just say it's happened. And, well, now the aliens, who, by the way, it is a conspiracy theory, so let's just go down the rabbit hole for a second. You have to remember, the Illuminati created us in their image, right? That's the story, Morning Glory. That's what they say, right? So, if that's true, then they're just taking out themselves? I mean, it doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, I just get distracted if I look at the chat room. Mark D. Truth Searcher us. You're all right, man. You're all right. Glad you're here. So, the reason I brought this up, because this is the best way. Let me start that over. The government. We all know it. And it's a fact. The government runs the media. The government runs mainstream media and the news, right? Pretty much. They really do. And we know that's true with this administration. 100% fact. I can't make it up. I'm not. If they have control over mainstream news and entertainment, to me, it does make sense that if you were an alien species and you wanted to assimilate, you would become or put yourself in that role. Like if you look at some of the people who have made it, who's the dumb guy? The dumbest guy I've ever seen is a billionaire. Not Jay-Z, although the one who married the Kardashian, what's his name? He's super popular and he is awful. Now, I can tell as a white man who grew up when rap started, okay, I understand. I can relate. That's the thing about Gen Xers. We got the best of both worlds, right? We grew up with the best creation of music. Kanye West, Thor Panku, thank you. We grew up watching all this stuff. So I think as a person who is an addict of music, I listen to music like I need air. Without it, I dwindle away. But anyway, love music. But Kanye West is the dumbest motherfucker I've ever seen in my life. And he's a billionaire. Do you think that was done on accident? He literally is one of the dumbest people I've ever seen. Ever. Whether it was an act or not. Stupid. Terrible music. Terrible. No, this isn't my opinion. It's a fact. This guy sucks. Maybe I have to be a black person to understand, but I don't think so. Does he have any good songs that I could listen to? Fuck no. No, I don't like them. I think I can't. It's terrible. And there's some rap I could listen to. There's some pop I could listen to. There's some rap pop I could listen to. But Kanye West, I don't give a shit about his music. When I see that guy on TV, I'm like, this has got to be a joke on the American people. This guy is so stupid, and they made him a billionaire. And that was the joke on you and me and everybody else, to show who's controlling mainstream media and the entertainment industry. You just have to know people to make it in this world, in the entertainment industry. It's not who you know, it's who you blow and know in this world, sadly. And forget about what we know they do in Hollywood when you're young. Let's just say that. It's a shit show. You know, never mind. That's a story for another day. You would have to be a robot to make it. I don't know if a normal human can put up with the stressful world of being a full-time entertainer. Imagine doing something you love, making money, making friends, making a life for yourself, and setting up a legacy. Imagine, how would you act if you were given all that? Not like Kanye West. God almighty, I hope not. But he would have to be a robot. He would have to be a cybernetic living organism of some sort. Just have to be. He is too stupid. I think Kanye West was a joke. You want to know who else was a joke on the American public? No, I'm not joking about this. Seriously. You want to know who else was a big joke? Schwarzenegger. Have you watched Arnold on Netflix? Now Sylvester Stallone came out with his own documentary series called Sly. It's not good. Not as good as Arnold. But Arnold, everything he did, from bodybuilder to actor to politician, he was the best at everything he did. And the guy couldn't even speak English well. Let me put it billionaire. The chopper, the predator, the dit and the dat and the Stogie and the Schwitzels and the Schneizels and the comedic and number one. The Maria Kennedy. He married a freaking Kennedy. Who is the what? What? I can't speak a word of English, but you're fantastic. Your jawline is just like mine, Maria. She kind of did look like him. And have you seen their kids? They look like caricatures. Kids got big jaws, big bulging head. No, I'm joking. The kids look normal. Except for the one with 3 eyes. And then you got Sly, who has to be a robot. He can't speak either. And he's speaking English from America. By the way, somebody told me a lie about Sylvester Stallone having a facial problem when he was born. He never had a facial problem that he had to learn how to speak. He was just a stupid kid. Talk this way. He didn't have a brain aneurysm when he was young. Somebody told me he had a brain aneurysm and it caused him to droop, like a stroke victim. Like, no, that's not what happened. I've seen pictures of Sly when he was 3 years old. The kid's just a kid. These people are not people. They can't be. How? How did they make it? Allah said blah 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 blah. I mean, that's the conversation Sly and Schwarzenegger had together. That's that. Dad, you're going to get the schnitzel. We're going to go out to the bar, to the lake there. Hello, hello, the chava. The Storge, the schnitzel. I'm sorry. I like to hear myself talk sometimes. Excuse me for being me. Another person. And this is not a joke either. I'm not even playing around. I really believe Miley Cyrus, of all people, not of all people, I'm joking. She is definitely a whack weirdo. She could fit right in as an alien. I'm not joking. Not joking at all.
Which some could argue are alien-like. My reason for putting Miley on here would simply be due to her apparent alien encounter, or at least somewhat encountered. Back in October of 2020, Cyrus did an interview in which she claimed she was
I mean, you could just tell by looking at her. Something wrong. The lights may be on, but the alien's not home.
Down by a UFO. Now, what reason would the aliens have to chase Cyrus aside from the fact that she's potentially one of them? If not still, Miley even acknowledging an alien's existence is pretty sus. She explained, I quote, "I had an experience actually. I was driving through San Bernardino with my friend and I got chased down by some sort of UFO. It had this big plow in front of it and was glowing yellow." She went on to explain that her friend also saw whatever it was they saw, but then admitted they were under the influence of some of that natural green stuff. If you guys catch my drift. Can't really.
First of all, it's very rare to get that natural green stuff, weed, to make you hallucinate. There may have been one time where I first took edibles and I took 50 milligrams and I used to take 20 to 30 and feel good. So I decided to try 50 and I tell you, I had an out-of-body experience that was kind of scary, but as I was in it, I accepted it. And it only lasted 5 minutes, probably at the peak. But I actually, I was in my condo and I'm in the living room. And all of a sudden, like a light switch, I didn't recognize the place I was in. So I took a second and I said, wait a minute. Okay, I know I'm in my place, but why? And I said this out loud. Why does it not look like my place? And I'm looking around. I'm like, what just happened? And then I look to the studio and I'm like, okay, I know where I'm at. Holy mackerel, this is so weird. I don't feel like this is my place. I recognize everything, but I have no attachment to it. And then slowly it came back to me and I was like, what just happened? That was fun. But I've never, ever had that experience again. I tried to. I took 60 milligrams the other night. And tonight I'm going to take 60, 70. I think that's why I fell asleep earlier, because I did take 40. But I'm gonna take a bunch and try to connect to the other side. But that's it for tonight. Are aliens amongst us? Well, maybe. And they may be right in front of us. They could be celebrities, presidents, political figures. They could be your neighbor, a plumber, an Uber driver. It could be me. It could be you. How do we know? What are the signs? I'll tell you. The signs are like this. Will Smith smacking Chris Rock in front of the world. Is a human thing. So, if we're inside of an avatar-ish type of alien body, soul, whatever you want to call it, we'll never know. Just enjoy the ride. How about this? Have you heard the law of attraction? It's real. It works. I'm going to try it right now. And if that happens, I'll let you know. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out tonight. I really appreciate the support. Ben, member for 14 months, Moonlicked, everybody else, Blue Eyes who hung out, who was Stardust, good to see you, and Jeanette, and Samo, and all of the others, David Wilcox. You guys are fantastic. Thank you for supporting the show. Nathan from the Quantum Show, and many others out there. I appreciate your support. I'm sorry I was late, but thank you for hanging out tonight. And we'll be back tomorrow. And me and Amy, don't forget, Amy in the morning, it's Morning UFOs with AG111, Alien Girl, Star Child, Alien Girl 111, 7 a.m., Goof on 7 p.m. We've got both sides of the spectrum covered, morning and afternoon ufology. Can't go wrong. So I'll see you tomorrow morning over at Amy's show, and then tomorrow night here. And we do it here as best as I can do it. Truthology for... Oh, it's Truthology for ufology. For you! And for everybody out there, thanks again. The truth is up in the sky. It's in the ocean. It's always around you. It's everywhere. All you got to do is open your eyes and look at what you can't see. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. Alien bless you.
Just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. God have mercy on your soul.
Unidentified flying objects.